What up, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Insomniac Live. I'm Thomas, your host for the day, and I'm here with Alan, who I don't think has been on the stream yet.
No.
Alan, senior character TD.
Senior, yeah.
Been with us for
almost 2 years.
almost 2 years. I was gonna say a couple years, but that felt a little presumptuous. But yeah, been with us for a bit. We're gonna be playing Resistance 2 today. Alan has never played, right?
Never.
So he's going to watch me, maybe jump in. If you have any questions for Alan about what is a character TD, or if you are particularly interested in that subject, please ask him questions. But I will jump it off. For those who don't know, Alan, what is a character TD?
Character TD is somebody who takes the sculptures that we use in game for characters and environments and whatnot, and then puts controls on them so that animators can make them move. So that's basically the gist of it.
Right. I liked your other version of that.
Oh yeah. Long story short, we bone models, so kind of keep it simple. If anybody asks you that question, that you
As
can
a
use that.
character
It's
TD.
perfectly valid.
It's literally true.
Yeah.
But that is funny because I mean that really is pretty apt.
Yeah,
right?
it's exactly what we do.
Do bones
Yeah.
and then you
Come in,
right.
you know, get the
Adjust.
job done.
Yeah.
Go home proud of yourself.
Yeah. What up, Lewis? Thanks for being here, everybody. Same phone who dis. Brian, Jojo Banks. First comment in chat I saw. I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess up your name. I'm just gonna call you 1908. Actually, I'm gonna. I don't know how to pronounce that. I'm sorry. 1980. Oh, I messed it up. 1980. Thank you for being here. Firebird. Kian Prime. Good to see you again. Marcus. Hello. How are you? Fergie. Northern Star Dragon. Thanks for being here, y'all. Appreciate you. Alan, you look just like my mate, Jagdeep.
I get that a lot. I get that a lot,
I
have one of those faces, kind of Jagdeepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you get a little, like, annoyed by it? Because I get it a lot, too. Does it ever bother you?
Oh, no, I figure the more people that look like me, the better the world is.
I'm like,
So
I'm
it's
unique.
okay.
I'm an individual. And I go through this whole existential crisis about it, and I get mad. No, I don't. I don't at all. But I do get it a lot. Yeah. That's funny you can't say my name. I'm sorry. I feel bad about it. Hades, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. How do you pronounce it?
Yeah, just type it in phonetically.
Yeah.
Watching us squirm.
One of the greatest forum posts I've ever seen was in giant thread about how would you type out phonetically the theme song for the good, the bad, and the ugly. And it was all
That's
just
long.
Yeah, it was
that's
real. It was gold.
long thread.
It was a good thread. Thomas couldn't say my name. Yeah,
Cyan Prime.
Kian.
Kian. Oh, that's tricky. That's a trap.
It is a little tricky. And there's something about streaming that, like, as soon as you go live, like, your brain melts a little bit, and you just, like, your reading level drops slightly. It's just harder to read things when you're streaming. I don't know what it is, but something about the lights. And
Yeah, I think it's the
pressure.
lights. I think it's the lights.
I don't know.
It's science, I'm sure.
One day you guys should stream Grip. It's pretty neat. I haven't seen that game. I don't know what that is. Corey calls me Cyan by accident. Thomas will slip up all the time. Yeah, I have to think about it every time because I do think I have and this is totally I don't actually know. I do think slightly dyslexic, and so I always switch the A and the I. So I always want to call you Kane, but I know it's definitely not that. So yeah, I always gotta like think about it.
I think as long as we say it with conviction, they're all correct.
That's right.
Yeah. And I don't hear anybody here.
Yeah, I can't hear them object.
Yeah.
And so I can't read, as we've already established, so
yeah.
What do I care? Right on. So I guess we'll jump into it. Let me go ahead and watch this. I should have done this before. Whoa, who's at Insomniac Games? I'm not sure who that is. Could be Corey, could be Justin, could be James, could be Tim. It could be a lot of people. Could be Ryan.
Yeah, it's Lauren.
It's Lauren.
Is that a guess? That's a guess.
Don't think it is.
Corey.
It's Corey, but I'm leaving now. I was just checking if NC was streaming today. We are. Thank you, Corey. I appreciate that. I probably should have told you that. My bad. Joke's on you. Tim is wearing the green suit. Yeah, this is Tim.
I can smell him.
Yeah,
it's not nice.
Did you watch that stream when I was wearing the green suit?
A little bit, yeah. I mean, that was
a good time.
I think it's a gimmick that you should play up more often.
Ray01, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Corey, say something funny. Says same phone who does. He's not here to dance for you. Same phone. Here's proof it's me. James Cameron is the best, except for Avatar, where he stopped caring about character development and dialogue, and his casting decisions were a sorry state of affairs.
Ooh, shots fired.
Ouch. I liked Avatar, personally.
It was okay.
But
it was a good popcorn flick.
Oh, for sure that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think it,
It was a long time ago, though. I can't say
I've
watched it more than once.
Avatar, I'll go this far, and some people might get mad at this. I liked Avatar more than I liked Dances with Wolves or Pocahontas. By far.
The only Pocahontas I know of is the Disney version. James Cameron?
No, but it's like the same story.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah. I think it's fair.
Let me know if you guys can't hear anything. Audio should be good, though. Oh, yeah, we play with no audio, too.
Awesome.
Yeah. Sometimes we bring in headphones if audio really matters, but...
Oh, like the Resident Evil story?
Right.
Yeah, with that. Yeah, that was important.
Exactly. Or like if we're playing a battle royale game.
Yeah, sure.
So I'm in the water, and there's these spooky. Oh, I don't know what that is. That's a spooky. Oh, it's like
so I'm completely out of the loop. I have no idea.
Yeah, I mean,
get me up to speed.
Man, you're asking the wrong person.
So we have plumbing issues.
Yeah, the Chimera
I'm assuming
invaded our planet in the last game, and now they're back, and gotta let them know that I still know how to shoot a gun.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna go shoot mans.
You'd think you'd remember that.
Yeah. What the hell was that? But now they're like invading cities and stuff. And in the last game, they weren't really. It wasn't as urban. It was more like trench warfare or fields
on the farms.
Yeah.
Hitting us in the heartland.
Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Titanic is the best James Cameron movie. I'll fight anyone about it. I mean, that's just not. I mean, I respect that opinion and your ability to be wrong, but I just don't agree with that. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't. Titanic's okay. I don't dislike Titanic. I know some people like hate on it, but I wouldn't say it's the best either. I think it's like Terminator 2 or Aliens, man.
Yeah,
like easily.
Is Avatar 2 like actually going to be a thing?
I think so. I don't know. I think they're filming like 3 of them at once.
I mean, at this point, it's sort of jumped the shark. I don't know.
Right, like how...
Because, I mean, how old would you have to be
But I mean,
to remember the first one?
well...
I don't remember when the first one came out, but it
Not
seems
that old.
enormously a long time ago. Those people who enjoyed the first one probably now have kids.
I mean, it's like 10 years, maybe?
Well, I mean, depending on how
But even that
aggressive
seems-
you are in
Sure.
making a family, that could be a thing.
Sure. Thomas, this feud's going to continue if you argue with me. We have a feud? I didn't know we had a feud.
It seems a little one-sided if that's the case.
It's a rude feud, dude. I wish I would have had a chance to play this game. It's pretty fun. I've enjoyed my time with it quite a bit.
Hey, is this on now? PlayStation Now? Is that what that service is called?
I don't know.
I've been poking around, seeing what we got there. But if
I'm not sure. Scarlet Heels, what's up?
PlayStation 3 still exists. Find it and make that desire come true.
What is your favorite Resistance and the Resistance franchise? I am not super familiar with these games. These are before my time here at the company, and Alan's as well.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to say Resistance 1, because that is the one I played. This one is very fun too, though. This one definitely has a lot of improvements from the first game that I can tell of. But yeah, I haven't beat it yet, so it's hard to give my full-fledged opinion. Rate them, you know. I haven't played the third one. Oh, somebody's biting me.
You have a PS3 with just no power cord? I mean, that sounds like a problem to be solved.
Yeah, that sounds
That's not too bad.
pretty fixable.
Yeah, you're almost there.
So speaking of movies, you used to work at DreamWorks, right?
DreamWorks Animation. Yep.
It's pretty cool.
Yeah, for about 8 years.
You were character TD there?
Character TD there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was actually up at PDI, which was in the Bay Area. They shut that down a few years ago, and then kind of consolidated everybody down to LA. But, yeah, Madagascar 3, Kung Fu Panda 3.
Oh, that's awesome.
Boss Baby was my last one.
Oh.
Yep.
I didn't know you worked on Boss Baby.
Yeah, I had the... Oh, boy. You know, this is...
Who is that?
Our ratings are just plummeting.
Squish your head. I squish your head.
It wasn't me.
Ugh.
These are the kind of special effects that people come here for.
Yeah, I mean, we've got a big budget.
Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much like a James Cameron production around
It
here.
is.
Spare no expense, as a wise old man once said. That thing looks really cool.
That is a nightmare.
I really liked its face.
Yeah.
Oh, that looks pretty good.
It's...
I mean, it's definitely like a picture, right? But
Yeah,
it
yeah.
looks pretty good.
That is really high.
I'm impressed by that. Why Resistance 2 doesn't have co-op offline, I don't know. I'm sorry, I don't know the answer to that question. Resistance, I was not here during the development of this game, so. Fallout 3 is on PlayStation Now. Nice.
Oh, cool. Yeah, if you've ever seen Boss Baby, one of the best scenes is when they infiltrate a pet convention. And there's an area for children, and one of the attractions is a blow-up dog. I had the privilege of rigging the rear end of that blow-up dog, which provided an escape route for the heroes of the film to kind of squeeze through and then continue on their antics. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. It's
spoilers.
It's a little. It's more of a teaser. You know. It's,
okay.
Like if you weren't going to watch the movie up until now you have a reason.
Right. That sounds pretty funny.
It's pretty great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Reminds me of the that Ace Ventura scene. Do you know what I'm talking
That's
about?
exactly.
Is it homage to that?
It's a little bit. Yeah.
Oh, right on. Now I'm for real interested.
And it was great getting like the animations as they're coming in, just kind of seeing how they were going to approach this, and it's as great as you think it is. Which I can only imagine is pretty great.
Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what I should do. I feel like, oh my goodness!
He's in stealth mode.
I think what I should do is kill this thing. So, I imagine there were like audio cues going on that I just did not hear.
Wow, man, he's really sneaky.
Oh, and he just instantly kills me.
Oh.
He is sneaky though.
Yeah. I don't
I
know
wonder
what that
how
is.
often he was doing that.
I hope that's spit coming out of its mouth.
What's The Boss Baby? It's a movie.
Yeah.
It's about a baby who is not just a baby. He's also the boss.
He is.
Voiced by
Alec Baldwin.
Alec Baldwin. Thank
Yes.
you. I'm trying to remember
Yeah.
his name. Have either of y'all played Red Dead Redemption 2 yet? Yeah, I've been playing a ton of it.
Yeah, it's on the to-do list.
I think my save percentage, like when I save what it says, is about 60%, a little bit less than that. So I've been playing a lot. That's what I've been doing with my weekends.
It's hard to be in the in crowd if you're not playing.
Yeah. Yeah. So you're not playing it,
Yeah.
but you're interested in it, or you're skipping it?
Well, I'm very interested. Yeah. Gotta make the time.
Yeah. What's this guy doing? Whoa.
He's got friends.
Whoa.
I really hope that's spit.
As opposed to like what? Fauna?
I don't know. You know, my imagination goes. I'm making guesses.
Who got the mouth?
You said it.
You implied it.
I did.
You made me go
I
there.
did.
You led me to the well, and I couldn't help but drink from it. We need Resistance 1 Remaster on PS4 and multiplayer. I'm about 55% done, Thomas. A lot of hours into it, yeah. Yeah, I'm on Chapter 5, I believe, or Chapter 6, I'm not sure. Wireless controller disconnected. There we go. This thing just came unplugged. I think we're good.
All right. You gotta put 8 or 12 mags from the carbine into its face.
To kill it. Okay. I don't think I'll need the shotgun. I don't really want the shotgun. Kind of want this, though.
He shows up in the center.
Oh, gosh. Immediately
Yeah.
pukes on my head. Oh, that thing's out of ammo. Messed up. So I gotta shoot it in the face? But when I look at its face, it's not happy. Wait, am I crouched? Why am I crouched? Hit the wrong button.
I was gonna ask if you can run. If that's a thing.
Yeah, so it's tapping L2 makes you crouch, holding L2 makes you run. So I'm panic tapping it, making myself crouch. Do I have to shoot it in the mouth or just the face?
Yeah, I mean, face is kind of vague. What
Face is the place.
part of the face? Just the face in general?
Oh, what you doing, buddy? What you doing? Get away from me. We're not friends. Oh, I feel like I'm messing him up. Oh, crouch. Is he naked crouch? He yells at me.
That could be. So how does health work in this game?
Huh? How does health work?
Yeah. Is it just sort of regenerate? Or?
It's regeneration. In the first game, it is not. Well, it's like a hybrid system where like you have sections of your health, and then only those sections will regenerate. But you also have to pick up. I forget what they're called in the game, but something equivalent to health packs.
I'm kind of torn. I feel like in shooters it's nice not to have to worry about health.
Yeah.
You know. But then again, it does slow down the action.
Oh, did I kill it? I think I beat it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I kind of like the Resistance 1 way of doing it, like a hybrid system.
Mm-hmm.
Which, like, what I'll do when I just totally have Jimmy off is I will just find I'll exploit. I'll just find a thing I can hide behind. It doesn't really make sense why you could hide behind there. And so I liked that I could be punished in Resistance 1 for playing badly. But I wouldn't be just completely almost unbeatable state.
That's fair.
Yeah, they can handle that really well. Can we get a T-shirt of Insomniac's main characters together?
That's a pretty cool idea.
That's a thought.
Yeah.
I imagine that would have a lot of issues, but that is a thought.
Kind of group photo deal.
Yeah.
You're 4 hours overdue for inhibitor treatment.
I'm sorry, sir. I'm taking a squad to Bryce Canyon to extract Malakov.
This isn't a debate, Lieutenant. I won't sacrifice a Sentinel leader for a scientist. You're going back to base, and that's...
If any of you want to leave,
I like that
get
idea.
out
Please
now.
do that. I don't know if I don't know if that's
Destination
possible.
is Station Genesis.
Imagine that's like
Bryce
a
Canyon.
IP nightmare. Well, different IPs. So.
Oh, that is true. That is true. I don't know.
That's the lead ship. The one that got past us at Twin Falls.
But it's a cool idea. I do like that.
Crowd's crawling with Chimera.
IP at Congress Post.
Can't get any closer.
Have them make it happen.
Down. We'll go in from here.
Fanfiction says, "Oh, we got a vigilante on our hands. Why's that? Yikes! Yikes! Oh, I missed. Oh, wait, I got it. Slow
Look
mo.
at that slide.
Slow mo.
I got him.
See, I feel like I'm a lot better with the sticks now. I've been playing a ton of Red Dead lately.
Oh, you don't typically
Oh
use
no.
a controller?
Oh no. Like shooters, definitely mouse preferred. Like I'm not saying I'm great or anything, but I can definitely tell that I am more used to it right now.
Alfred asks, what's your favorite villain in Spider-Man?
Who's my favorite villain in Spider-Man?
What context?
Yeah, just
Like the comics, the movies?
the franchise in general. I can't talk about the game, but
Yeah, I feel like that. I mean, in case anybody hasn't played it yet.
right. But yeah, as far as just the franchise in general, I mean, I grew up with Venom. I love Venom. I'm not a huge Carnage fan.
Did you ever play Maximum Carnage?
Did I ever
On the
play
Super
it?
Nintendo?
Oh yeah, I played a ton of that
Yeah.
game. Love that.
I can never beat it.
Oh,
I can never beat it.
It's incredibly hard. Like it's too hard. But yeah, I love that game because it let me play as Venom. That was like the big draw.
Although not initially, right? I mean, it was you had to play like a couple levels. Go to San Francisco, get Venom,
Is that what happened?
and then eventually they were together, which never made sense to me because it was billed as a co-op game, but it wasn't co-op until you.
It was
got
not
a little further.
like that was the weird thing about the game is it wasn't actually co-op.
It wasn't.
Nope.
I could have sworn that second controller was.
I've
useful.
gone through the. I mean, maybe I'm misremembering it, but I'm pretty sure because I've gone through this where I was like, I could have sworn that game was co-op. I could have sworn it, and I've looked it up and down, and nope, it was never co-op. I mean, it's one of those fighting games which lends itself to be co-op.
Yeah.
But it just, I'm not sure if it was technical reasons or what it was, but that game was not co-op. Thoughts on the Venom movies? Asked Purple Melon. I liked it as a guilty pleasure. I did not think it was a good movie for a couple of reasons. One, that's a pretty big spoiler. But I thought it was fun. I understand why people like it. I like it, but it's definitely not. Like, there are some big problems with the plot and the fact that it makes no sense.
I haven't seen it yet, but that is the running theme that I've heard.
Yeah.
Kind of go in, enjoy it for what it is, but
Yeah.
your life's not going to be changed.
Yeah.
See ya.
Who's leaving? Bye. Oh, same phone who does.
Yeah.
Bye.
Didn't work, never mind. You said spoiler, so I'll give you a spoiler alert.
Oh. I've seen Bohemian Rhapsody. I loved it. Yeah, I want to see that real bad. I love Queen.
Yeah.
Where's Tim? Tim's busy right now. Tim's right here, but he's in the middle of doing some stuff.
Who is it?
It is Lewis.
What's up, Lou?
Tim says, "What's up, Lou?" If you didn't hear that,
Huh?
I was talking to chat.
What's up, my Scots?
What's up, my Scots?
Yeah. No, those are Scotland guys.
Oh, really?
Well, I have to leave the stream because I'm at school, but I don't want to leave. That's okay, Shadow the Hedgehog. Thanks for being here, but, you know, school is important.
Yeah, definitely recommend finishing it.
Yeah,
It's a good idea. Disingenuous.
just... Hot take, school is good for the youth.
If I were running for office, that would be
Right.
my slogan. School is good. Vote for me.
School's good.
GUD. Good.
I feel like that's like a... Like, if Frankenstein's monster was running for office, that'd be his platform. Like, just like the very stripped down version of what... School good.
Yeah, I mean, you could take it a few ways. I mean, as the product of mad science,
Right.
you know, look what you can do.
I'm just saying, like, if you could boil a politician down, it's like kind of like what they say.
What they're about.
Yeah, but like through the lens of like an idiot. Oh man, I got killed.
Stay in drugs, don't do vegetables, eat your school. That's pretty much it.
I think you're confused. Is Spider-Man dubbed in all languages? No. All languages is a lot of languages.
Yeah.
It depends on where you purchase the game from. We have a blog up on our website that highlights the different versions of the game that you can get. It pretty much depends on what region you're purchasing from and what language options and text options are included in that version. So check that out. Go to our website, insomniac.games, and then I believe it's under news, and then you should see something about localization or languages.
I'm really glad you know these things.
It is my job.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I know them too. Oh no! I was reading chat. Yo, is this Black Ops 4?
It's pretty close. It's pretty close.
It is not.
That would be my second guess.
It is Resistance 2. Well, I gotta go, says Shadow. See you guys later. Later, Shadow.
See you later.
Thanks for being here. Appreciate you. I'd like to not die. Okay, I guess I should pick this up. Do I have regenerate health? I do.
Yeah. I like the slow-mo.
Yeah, it's pretty satisfying. Honestly, the sniper rifle is really satisfying to use just in general.
Oh, you got an invisible dude.
Uh-oh. Dang. Those things are one-shots.
I should have let you know.
It's okay.
A little soon.
I keep dying to that guy. I keep forgetting about him. Guys, we just had the actual Shadow the Hedgehog in the chat. Who would have expected that? Yeah. What a world. Recently started playing Horizon Zero Dawn. Says Purple Melon. What are your thoughts? Have you played that game, Alan?
I have. Yeah, I played it all the way through.
What are your thoughts?
I thought it was pretty good. I really liked the combat. I thought the sort of the diversity of tactics you could use. It was almost overwhelming because you could approach situations so many different ways. Yeah.
I'm sorry. You enjoyed the game. You could approach situations a bunch of different ways.
Yeah. It looked great.
Uh-huh.
A lot of fun.
Yeah. So, as a character TD, when you're playing another game, is there like, what are you looking at that really impresses you? Just the overall aesthetic, the graphics in general, just the animations. Like, is there? Can you?
From like a rigging.
Yeah, can you identify something from just a visual standpoint? Be like, that's a great rigging job. Or.
Oh yeah, I mean, if you look at the elbows,
Uh-huh.
if you're just crashing through, you go, all right, I see. And if you're not, if it's just pinching. I don't know. I tip my hat.
I see. So the elbows.
It's the little things.
Like, I know for me, like when I started doing QA, like I immediately after I started doing that, game started to look a little different. I started to see them through the lens of QA.
Oh yeah. I
And
mean,
so, I'm kind of wondering if there's a no.
yeah, not this time, buddy.
I was wondering if there's a character TD equivalent, because that seems a little more subtle, I guess.
Yeah.
You don't see the actual
I don't know. I mean,
bones.
once you know how the sausage is made,
Right.
you know, you start looking at it differently.
Right.
Which is terrible when you're trying to enjoy something with somebody who is not in that field. And they're just like, okay, just let me
Right.
enjoy the game, okay? It's fine.
Right. They don't care about
or the movie or whatnot. Yeah.
Yeah. They don't care about. Oh no! You stop it.
This Predator stuff is.
Yeah. And there's an audio cue for him, but we can't hear it.
Look at that face though.
I know.
Yeah.
Wants to kiss.
Now pucker up.
Let's kiss.
Yeah.
Mwah. Death Stranding is using the Horizon Zero Dawn engine to make the game look amazing. Really? I didn't know that.
Death Stranding. I'm trying to remember which one that is.
That's a Kojima game.
Really?
It's Norman Reedus does weird stuff. The video game.
Okay. Oh yes.
You know exactly what I'm talking about.
I think I do.
It's like a baby. It's like a weird image.
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
It just looks like nobody really knows anything about the game. It looks like graphically extremely impressive, and they're going full Kojima, and that could be either a great thing or a not so great thing.
Will it be the Citizen Kane of video games?
It could. I think it definitely could be. Oh, is that what chat said? Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Death Stranding will be
Dice game.
Citizens Kane of video games. Like it'll be a masterpiece? Is that what you're saying?
I think until it gets released, it has infinite potential. It could be whatever it wants to be.
Do you like other Kojima games? Are you familiar with them
I'm
at all?
struggling to remember.
Oh, Metal Gear.
Oh, yeah. I played the first one.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even remember. It was a long time ago.
Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah, Metal Gear Solid.
You've been playing some. Oh man, I'm blanking on the name of the game. That roguelike that I like.
Oh, Dead Cells?
Yeah.
Yeah. I played that for a while. Have not beaten it yet. I think it's a running theme now that I'm thinking about it, that I don't beat games.
Yeah, I have a hard time with
that
that.
says something about me.
It depends. Like, if I enjoy the game, but I'm not like in love with the game, a lot of times I won't beat it. 'Cause I'm also like, I want to be a completionist. I want to do all the side stuff, and so I'll start doing. I'm just gonna die. I don't know what to do there. I'll start doing the side stuff, but then I'll just kind of peter off and not ever finish the side stuff, and then I'll never finish the game if I'm not in love with the game. But then some games I like 100%. Just go all out. I do that with like JRPGs a lot. Like I'll get to the last boss, and then I'll not do it, and I'll go like I'm gonna do all the side stuff and get the ultimate weapons and blah 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 blah, and then I'll never finish doing that and never do it again.
You know, you're gonna hate me because I know you're a fan of the franchise, but Divinity: Original Sin. I was playing the first one, and I ended up having to put it down because I could not get into it. I don't know how people in general feel about that game, but
It's messed up, dude.
I know. Yeah, I know, and I feel I
I'm
feel
real
terrible,
mad.
but yeah, I could not.
I get it.
And maybe it was just not enough hand holding, and I need a gentle hand when I'm playing a game.
Yeah.
Guide me to the next stage. If it's too open ended, I just sit down.
Yeah, the game's not like super attention grabbing or forcing you to be engaged with it. The game's just like, I'm a game, and kind of lets you be as engaged as you want to be. The second one, I think, is a lot better at being engaging.
Kind of focusing the story and keeping you going.
A lot more voice acting, yeah, a lot better of a story. I really did not care for the story in the first one at all. Like, it honestly kind of turned me off of the game to the point where I started skipping it completely.
Oh, really?
So I think that's it's super wordy. It's like way too wordy.
Yeah.
But the second one's a lot better about all that. It's still like, thousands of lines of dialogue. Incredibly huge game, but it's a little more concise and to the point. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. Why are we all looking over here? Do I jump?
And this game is not wordy.
No.
Resistance 2 does not waste time.
I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do here. I feel like they would have told me.
You're supposed to just keep going around.
I know you guys have the Insomniac engine, but what engine would you most want to use? The Insomniac engine didn't exist. Oh, man, that's
The best one.
Yeah. The one that gets the job done with the least amount of headaches.
Yeah.
And the best possible fidelity. So, I mean, yeah, it's kind of some people might have stronger opinions about this. Some people more like a programmer or artists who are more directly involved with the engine, like maybe you. But to me, like, that's just a tool, man. I like whatever works. I don't have any allegiance to a tool.
What's that really good one? RPG Maker, I think. I mean, if I were to...
It took me a second. I was like, is he for real right
Yeah.
now? I don't know what to do, y'all. Oh. Oh. Oh.
Has any games actually been released with RPG Maker?
Yeah. I think, what is that game called? It was like super, kind of an indie darling a few years back. And it was about like, somebody's lost their memories and you gotta go help them get their memories by traveling through their mind. It was like an Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind kind of plot. It was all pixel art. Looked like Link to the Past style pixel art.
That sounds pretty good.
Type top
Yeah.
down. I was supposed to just go this way. How did I not see this? Oh! Hello?
What were they doing back there?
Oh.
That whole time? Just hanging out.
Guys. They just immediately kill me. I don't know how I didn't see that. It's because I'm reading chat. Oh, To the Moon. It's called To the Moon. I think that was made with RPG Maker. Or Game Maker.
Maybe.
I can't remember. I made a Game Maker. It's not good.
Let's move. Fall in behind the lieutenant.
Although really, I mean, sometimes it's the tools, but most of the time, any limits is pure creativity. You make some pretty cool stuff with pretty limited tools.
Yeah, just time. Oh yeah, To the Moon is sick. To the Moon is excellent.
Vicious says, I always wanted a PS4, but hope I can get a PS4 one day. That would be the best day of your life.
Let's move. Fall in behind the lieutenant.
Hopefully one of them.
Mm-hmm. Uh-oh. I goofed. Stop it. Stop it. You're not allowed to shoot. Anime free zone. Uh-oh, I ran out of ammo.
We need more rocks to hide behind to regain health.
That's tough. The day I got a PS4 will be the best day of my life if we read this. Is there a Spider-Man PS4 Slim? I am not sure. Sony would know because
Yeah.
Sony produces that. I don't believe so, but I could be wrong.
Purple Melon says, pretty sure there's a humble bundle for RPG Maker stuff at the moment. I think you're right.
No, I have.
That's my like frustration. Is start.
Speaking gibberish to myself. Yeah.
Luckily, there's no kids here, so you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's move. Fall in behind the lieutenant.
Like how
RPG
they're-
Maker is a really good tool for people who want to get into writing for games. Yeah, I can see that for sure. Makes a lot of sense.
Heads up. We got incoming.
Oh, I'm keeping the wrong button.
Fishy says, first game I would play if I get a PS4 would be Spider-Man.
Hey.
Because Insomniac Games is my favorite game developing company.
Aw. Thank you.
If nothing else, you have good taste.
Mm-hmm.
Let's move. Fall in behind the lieutenant.
I'm getting 2 Switch games and 2 PS4 games for Christmas. I was hoping to get a Spider-Man colored PS4. I see. I have the Pro, the red
Do you?
Spider-Man Pro.
Oh, man.
Yeah. I didn't own a PS4 before that. So I mean, it's like I gotta get it, right? I enjoy it. It's
Yeah.
awesome. I love that
Absolutely.
controller. Controller's so nice.
Wait, is it different from Pro?
It's just
Sure.
not functionally, but
Okay.
it's just red and white. Just looks
alright,
good.
alright.
Like the all this stuff's white. All the accents are white, and the rest of it's red.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Let's move. Fall in behind the lieutenant.
Lewis asked if I'd seen Halloween yet. No, I haven't. Kind of a baby when it comes to
I was gonna ask. You know
horror
the horror
films.
movies?
I'm not. No.
Oh, I killed them both because I'm a balls. No, I didn't kill them both. I killed one of them. Yo, chill, yo, buddy. I need you to get on my face. Oh, no, killing me. Killing me now, love.
Alright, where's that rock to hide behind?
Hey. Can I steal that PS4 Pro, Thomas? I'll give it back in January.
That's
I don't. Do
That's
you
not
know
what stealing
Yeah,
means.
do you exactly? Do you know how stealing
What?
works?
it's just a forceful borrow.
Right.
Got fresh codes here. Think this was X-ray 12? Nah.
Have I played Alan Wake? I have.
I love Alan.
That was pretty great, and not just because the
I'm a friendly.
protagonist had a great name.
Uh-huh. You know, I bet you get sick of seeing. Is that video where that groundhog goes, Alan?
Oh gosh, yeah.
Yeah.
Anytime anybody ever wants to get my attention, they send that to me.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah.
Is it a groundhog? I think it's a groundhog.
In fairness, it doesn't get old. I love it every time.
It's a pretty funny video.
I think it's a prairie dog.
Yeah, I
prairie.
think that's right. That sounds right. But yeah, Alan Wake is like super good. I think it was a pretty underappreciated game.
I think so too. Yeah.
I never played the expansion, whatever standalone thing.
Oh, what was that? American Nightmare?
Yeah, did you play that?
I think I started it. Like most of the games, I hadn't finished it.
I started it as well, actually, but I just did not. Like, I was so into the tone of Alan Wake.
Yeah.
And this tone was
It changed.
completely opposite. It wasn't even change. It was like the polar opposite. It went from like this gritty, dark, kind of like cerebral, like I don't understand what's going on here.
Yeah.
Kind of thing to like now it's kind of goofy. And the monsters weren't scary. It was just like there's a bunch of them. But I hear it's actually good. But I didn't give it enough of a chance because I didn't appreciate that time.
Yeah, using the flashlight to weaken the enemies.
Yeah.
That's pretty great.
And then just the whole like I just love the vibe of it. It's like there's an episode of what is that? David Lynch show.
So you got me. I don't know.
Super famous show.
Twin Peaks?
Twin Peaks. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is that chat? Thank you, chat.
Yeah, saving the day.
Yeah, it felt very much like an episode of Twin Peaks in a lot of ways. And in American Nightmare, that feel was totally absent. Intentionally so, I believe. The villain in Alan Wake American Nightmare is amazing. Yeah, I don't even know who that is.
Maybe that's worthy of a stream.
What?
Little Alan
Wake? I think that's a good idea, man.
Yeah.
We should do it. Do you own it?
I do.
We have to find somebody who owns it.
Yeah.
So we should do that, like, for real. Can we give David Lynch like $100 million to make a video game already? I think Kojima kind of is spiritually doing that kind of stuff. Lynch-esque things in a lot of ways, at least homages to Lynch's work. This. American Nightmare was a way to hype up Alan Wake 2, but unfortunately they got canceled. Yeah, that's very sad. Oh,
That was a lot of things.
I thought I was going to get him, but I didn't get him. Any chance for a Spider-Man PS4 Xperia theme, or that be something for Sony to decide? I am not sure. That's probably a Sony thing. But that is not my area of expertise.
Lewis is going to bed soon.
All right.
That's too bad.
I still love you.
There's a lot of guys.
Yeah, I don't. That's a tough one. I need more grenades. I feel like.
I think you do.
If I had more grenades, it'd be easy.
Dice Game says, I guess the larger problem I've been dealing with is the complete sanitation of interesting narratives in AAA games. The same can be said for movies now, too.
I hear you.
What do you mean by sanitation? Like, what would be an unsanitary narrative?
I think, at least my interpretation of that is like you're saying that you find very little media that has stories that are surprising. Is that what you're trying to say?
That could be. I mean, yeah. It's all kind of cyclical, I suppose.
Of course. Everything in life. But I mean, I would agree with that in particular with movies. Not so much with games, but I can understand where you're coming from with games too. Like I can't think of many superhero movies, and that's like the predominant kind of thing now that have surprising narratives. There are a few of them.
Like I haven't seen many westerns, but I'd be curious, like if you look at all the westerns from the 50s, like how different were they?
Sure, and that is the comparison, because that is what they are.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Yeah. They are the westerns of the modern age. But I don't know, man. And maybe it's because I was younger when I watched them, or I don't know. But I had no idea how the Good, the Bad, the Ugly was going to end. Or most of those movies.
That's true.
Or like Shane, or like actually a lot of those movies are tragedies. That's almost always surprising. Except for like Titanic. You know how that's going to end.
Yeah. Do you ever feel that way? Like if you're going to go see a movie or whatnot about a historical event? I get very uninterested because I know the ending.
So I've heard people kind of criticizing Red Dead 2 because it's a prequel in a similar way.
Sure. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really feel that personally. I mean, I get it. Like, they're not wrong. Obviously, it's their opinion, and I understand where the opinion comes from.
Hope you guys really like this room, by the way.
Yeah, it's a good room.
It's a good room.
I'm trying to think about what I'm saying and
You're
like
right, yeah.
be these guys. I think it depends how well it's done. Like Bohemian Rhapsody looks good, but I know how it's going to end.
Yes, yeah, sure.
You know, and that doesn't bother me. It's kind of like the journey, the performance, the how they get there. Like that's what interests me. Now then, a movie like I don't know, so something that's based on less of a historical figure and more of a historical event, like those I have a harder time getting into.
Sure. I guess if it's about a character that you don't know what happened to them in particular while that event was going on, that could be pretty good. Stop. I told you stop. Yes, it's one down.
Stop it. No. Oh, I think I did it.
Here we go.
I did it.
Your escort has been decimated.
It just seems that AAA narrative heavy games play it so safe when it comes to characters' themes. Like I loved God of War, but the third act fell so hard and everyone writing about it were raving about the story and everything. And I just felt like, is this the best we can do? Death Stranding is giving me hope, though. I would disagree with some of that. I mean, to each their own, obviously, but I think personally, without getting into spoilers, no spoilers, I enjoyed the third act of God of War, and I do not think they played it safe. I think there are... Yeah, I think the safe option... I don't know how to talk around without spoiling it. But yeah, there's some things that do happen in the game, and there are some things that don't happen in the game that are definitely not what people were expecting, and I appreciated that. A lot.
I can't comment.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to talk around it, but it's really difficult. You might know what I'm talking about, you might not. I'm being pretty vague. Yeah, there's not much more I can say. So.
Remaster Resistance just say play Red Dead Redemption. Oh, I thought you were talking about the first one, because I did feel like the first one, you're playing through, and then once you reach the conclusion, I personally didn't see that coming.
Yeah, the first one?
I thought it was a pretty good way to wrap it up.
I loved that ending. Loved it. I mean, I know it's like people mention all the time, but the Mexican flavor is just it's so good. Oh no.
Where do we land on how to pronounce CIAN?
It's
I already don't. I mean, I can't. Cyan.
Cyan, yeah.
We'll go with that.
Kian.
Kian.
Yeah.
How are you today? How does it feel to go on character models? It's rewarding. It's one of those things I'm proud to tell my parents. Kind of get a degree and have something to show for it. Makes for a good Thanksgiving conversation as well. Remaster Resistance says the thing about stories, it's not all about the ending, it's about the journey. Red Dead Redemption 2 has the best characters I've ever known. They have so much depth, and you bond with them so much. Sorry, that's not what I thought you said. Okay. Best characters? I mean, that's a pretty fresh game. You're kind of comparing that with the history of characters.
Without getting into spoilers, it's incredible.
Yeah.
Like how alive they make. So you know the basics gist of the gang or the game.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Like you're in a gang.
Yeah, sure.
So how well they do all of the members of your gang, it's astounding. Like so much little stuff all over the place that you could miss constantly. There's tons.
It's not just like NPC 1 or NPC 2.
Nope. They do this stuff that I love, where like, and again no spoilers, but like you can talk to people, and you'll have like two options: greet or antagonize. And those are good option, bad option. But like you could say something like, "Hey, what's up?" The other person will be like, "Oh, I'm just blah 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 blah. What are you doing?" And you can just walk away, or you can continue the conversation. Like keep hitting the greet option, and you'll continue this kind of natural flow of dialogue. And you can do that with like your gang members, which are kind of, I guess, more larger characters. But you can also do that stuff with like random people walking around the world.
Really?
Yeah, that's good. It's incredible. It doesn't always work like perfectly, but a lot of times it works really, really well. And it's like, whoa, this is insane.
Somebody grab it. Malakov's escort. Must have come through here.
But yeah, particularly like world building, character building, man, that game blowing my mind.
That's one of Malakov's team in there. Door's not working. How do we get in there? There's a cable leading up to the door. We find where it goes and we'll get the power back on.
Spider-Man has a pretty good story with some twists and turns. Great voice acting and performances. I agree.
Thank you.
And I try to say that from a non-biased position. It's honestly...
Yeah, I try to too, but
pretty darn good.
I don't think anybody will believe me.
No, yeah,
But
sure.
I mean, I agree. I'm trying to be as objective as possible.
Dice says, I'm only 8 hours into Red Dead, but I am digging the gang you travel around with. All the characters seem relatively diverse and interesting, and excited to see what they do with all the intergame relationships. So yeah, sounds like that's a feature that I guess our other projects should take a look at. Flesh out the world. I mean, if you're going to go and do like escapism, right?
Oh yeah.
Might as well fully escape.
And it's those details, like, even people who are like, I want action immediately, are still like, oh, I love, cleaning my gun, or chatting with my gang mates, or drinking coffee. So all that.
I'll admit, I find it fascinating that sort of mundane activity is a highlight.
And there's a lot of it. And
yeah,
it really does, like, it makes everything feel so much more grounded and personal in a way, I guess. It puts you in this mindset of role-playing, is really what I think it does. And because you're in that, I'm role-playing a role, you pay much more attention to the narrative and the characters, and so because you're paying more attention to it, it's more impactful. And so all of those systems complement each other. And yeah, it's really good.
Looks like we're in business. Oh, that's a bad day. I'm assuming that was parts of him.
I guess.
I couldn't quite identify what those parts were, but
Am I running? What's going on?
it's probably a good plan.
Get back to the elevator.
Those guys should probably run too.
What? Okay, I guess I can't.
Yeah,
just
maybe
run.
you got to run immediately.
Oh, you think I gotta run? I
Yeah.
waited too long to run?
Don't be a hero.
Maybe.
That's gotta be the power switch.
One game I played through that I think has really strong narrative is Kentucky Route Zero.
Sir, you wanna do the honors?
The writing is really good and interesting. Feels very inspired by a lot of surrealist literature and authors like Vonnegut and Kurak. Sure, yeah. I have that game. I just never played it. But I love games like that, adventure games. I think that's where some of the better narrative experiences are.
Have you ever noticed that Spider-Man changes his tone of voice whenever he swings?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, it's that kind of attention.
Mm-hmm. I mean, there's tons of attention to detail in that game. It is incredible. Okay, so I need to beat this thing, and then we gotta go. If you need to leave, that's fine. Because I'm going a little bit over time.
Oh, really?
Or it's
Yeah, well,
3:08.
yeah.
Looks like we're in business. Hurry! It's out here! Let me in! There's somebody outside!
They recorded voice lines twice, one normal again, one where he sounds exhausted. So I think this slows it down. Definitely feels like that.
That makes sense. But you can't see what you're doing. There's a lot of crates.
Uh-oh. And pick up a gun. Okay. Hurry up, reload.
Oh, we're reloading the front.
Yeah. Oh, please. Oh,
What? I gave up.
All right, we did it.
That's a win.
How does it feel to have puddle stickers in the game to get back at those people complaining? I don't know if it's to get back at anybody. I don't think we're trying to get back at anybody. I find it very funny, and I enjoy it.
It's a great feature.
There's a bird inbound. We're gonna need a clean LZ. Do you copy?
Feels very Insomniac to me. Kind of clever and a little cheeky.
Yeah.
You know.
Don't take yourself too seriously.
Right.
Copy that, Commander. I'll get him out.
Okay, so I'm supposed to do something. I can tell you it's possible to get away from the swarm just by running. So it's very difficult. Hey.
I don't know, this seems like a pretty good strategy.
He's not happy about
Oh, you're not amused?
that.
Oh, he's picking up speed. I actually didn't know that the puddles were in the game while I was playing my NG Plus save.
The stickers, you mean?
Malakoff? Nathan? Thank God. He
Or just puddles in general.
was unable to destroy the controls. I could not stop him. He's going to.
No, I think they're talking stickers.
That kind of reminds me of Abathur from StarCraft.
Oh, yeah.
Like a Zerg.
Yeah. That was very nice.
Daedalus.
You are overdue for inhibitor treatment. You have become. He left us alive. Why? Come. We must
Where's Tim, by the way? He's doing some work. Can't make the stream today.
It's a rare occasion,
Yeah,
but it does happen
indeed.
every once in a while.
But yeah, with that, I think that is going to be the end of our gameplay and the end of the stream. Thanks for joining us, everybody in chat. Fanfiction Dreamer, Remaster Resistance, Dice Game, Kian Prime, Northern Star Dragon. Everybody else who I did not mention, Anastasia, thanks for being here. We appreciate you. Alan, thank you for being here.
Hey, my pleasure. It's a good time.
You come back anytime.
We'll see how the ratings do. When
Yeah,
when
we'll
those
wait
numbers
for
come
the
in,
numbers.
kind of take a.
Oh, we already have a plan. We're gonna play some Alan Wake, right?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So let's do that. I love you too, Remaster. Have a good night, Lewis. Bye, Fanfiction. Bye, Anastasia. Bye, everybody. Thanks for being here. Bye.
See ya.